Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another makeup tutorial. I feel like I haven't done one of these in ages, but today I'm trying out a new brand that I wanted to share with you, and I wanted to give you my full review on this brand. So this video is in no way sponsored by the brand, just to give you guys again the full review and my thoughts on this brand. And I wanted to buy some products that fit within my existing makeup routine. So I wanted to find products that covers all of the steps that I do on a regular basis when I'm doing my makeup. So the brand that I'm testing out today is ZAO. ZAO is a organic, vegan, eco-friendly makeup brand, and they're a bit pricey, especially if you're used to buying like drugstore makeup. But again, when you're buying ZAO products, you're supporting a more green future for the whole beauty industry as well, which I think is something that we should all be doing a lot more. And you're also supporting innovation when it comes to less waste in packaging, which I always find very nice. So many of you guys know that my favorite makeup brand is the Danish organic brand Mild, or Mild as we say in Denmark. And I've been using that brand for a year and a half now. I absolutely still love it, but I'm well aware that many of you who are watching my videos are not able to get your hands on these products, especially if you live in the US or somewhere else where you can't buy Mild. So I wanted to do this video as kind of an alternative suggestion for, you know, a similar brand to Mild as well, because I feel like natural makeup, organic makeup is something that should be more convenient to all of us. So I wanted to make this video to make it more convenient. So ZAO is actually distributed both in the US and in Europe. So they have a headquarter in France and they have a headquarter in the US as well. So it makes it very convenient for us as consumers. I feel like there are a lot of you guys who will be able to get your hands on these products. So before diving into this makeup look that I'm wearing right now that I've created with these ZAO products, I just wanted to mention a few words on their whole packaging, because the cool thing about them is that you can buy refills that you can then put into palettes like this. So this is like a metal palette that you can then buy these refills and then click them right into the palette like this, and then you can just gather up all of your favorite powder products into this palette and bring it with you, or just have it in your beauty drawer. This whole idea is so amazing, and there's something really satisfying about all of these like magnetic features. I don't know what it is, but that's just so satisfying. They also sell these other types of containers where you can just replace the product inside and then reuse the bamboo container, which again, I think is amazing. And I will be showing you throughout this video how you can easily replace the content inside. So I think those are all of the introductional words I have about ZAO. Let's have a look at how I created this video and enjoy. So I'm obviously gonna start with the base, and normally I don't wear foundation or anything like that. I like to just wear concealer under my eyes and around my nose, on my chin, and then on blemishes that I might have around my face. But I thought I wanted to give you guys the full review and also test out their silky foundation. So I've swatched this on the back of my hand and it seems kind of thick. So I think that if you have very dry skin, this might not work for you. I also think that this is slightly too dark for my skin tone, because I have very pale winter skin right now. So I'm gonna mix this with a bit of moisturizer also to get much more light coverage and to get as natural a finish as possible. Just gonna apply a bit of moisturizer on the back of my hand and then pump some of this on top. Of this is a bit weird, kind of like Play-Doh, and it's not that, you know, I'm used to products without perfume, but this smells kind of funny. But yeah, I can look beyond that. I actually quite like this very dewy finish that it gives my skin, and I feel like because I have mixed it with some of my day cream, it actually works pretty well. I mean, it's slightly too dark still. You can see that there's a slight difference between my face and my neck, so I should probably have gone for a little bit of a lighter foundation. But you know, it's spring and I will probably get more of a tan soon, so it will fit a little bit better. So yeah. So my first thoughts with this foundation is that I definitely like it a lot better once it's mixed with a bit of moisturizer, because it gives a much more dewy natural finish. So the cool thing about ZAO is that all of their products are refillable. So they come in these plastic-free packages. This is bamboo, and bamboo is known to be one of the most sustainable kinds of trees to be grown because it grows very fast. And then obviously one of the other reasons why I'm so drawn to this brand is because everything is organic, it's eco-certified, and it's vegan, so there are many reasons to love a brand like this. I'm gonna proceed to the concealer. I'm gonna apply it around my eyes, around my nose, and then on these blemishes that I do have right now. Regarding this concealer, I like that it's in a stick because then it's easy for me to bring it with me in my handbag if I'm going somewhere. I do look a bit oily underneath my eyes, so I'm just gonna pop on a bit of powder as well. But I really like the texture of this, and I feel like it covers up my blemishes perfectly. So I'm really loving the base. So now I will continue to powder, just set my under eye area a bit, also a bit around the nose. But other than that, I actually think I'm gonna leave this very dewy finish because again, I think that you just look so healthy and glowy, and remember the days when everything just had to be matte. Like, I am so moved beyond that because I feel like maybe it's because I'm starting to get a bit of wrinkles. I am almost 30 years old. So I feel like if I mattify my skin a lot, it just looks a lot worse. So I like this very dewy look a lot more now than I did 5-7 years ago. So I keep the powder in this palette right here. So in here I have a powder, I have a blush, and then I have an eyeshadow here, and then I have the rest of the products in like other containers. I'm just gonna take some of the powder here and then set my under eyes. Probably just take a mirror because I cannot see what I'm doing. Okay, so to get some definition back into my face, I will just contour lightly and then apply some blush. So here I have a like bronzing powder, and this one is a matte one. And I'm just gonna apply that with my multi-cheek brush from Mild. And not too much because I'm not like a huge fan of contouring, but I like the definition that it can give your face, and also just giving you a slightly more sun-kissed look, especially during summer, is always nice. I have a sit right here that is now again revealed, but we'll just go in with some concealer on that afterwards. This is actually really pigmented, so again I feel like a little definitely goes a long way, especially if you, like me, like the more natural look, but I absolutely love that. So let's move on to blush. Again, I have it in this lovely palette, and I'm just gonna be using the same brush as before. Again, a little goes a long way with this product, but I love the fact that they're so pigmented because they're really easy to work with and you can see it immediately on the skin, and I love that. So moving on from the base to the eyebrows, I'm gonna fill them in ever so slightly. Again, not too much because I like, again, that very natural look. And I have here a brown eyeshadow that you can obviously use both in your eyebrows. You can use it as an eyeliner or as eyeshadow, whatever you desire. But yeah, because this is again in one of those other small containers, I thought I just wanted to quickly show you guys how you can replace the contents inside and put in a refill. So I have here a needle, and then on the back of the product there's like this little hole that you can see here. So you basically just poke in the needle and then you can push out the contents inside and then replace it with a refill product. So just gonna do that very carefully since there is still product inside it. So if this one drops to the floor, that will not be good. Oh, I'm shaking because I'm getting all nervous. So here you can see that I have the actual product and then I have the container right here. So again, these are reusable, which I think is amazing. And then there's like a magnet inside that makes sure that the product stays in place. So I'm just gonna pop it back. So I'm just gonna brush up the hairs of my eyebrows first. This is just an old spoolie from a mascara container. I always save these because I find them amazing to brush up your eyebrows. Again, first initial thoughts, I really like the look of this, and I like the fact that it's more of a cold eyeshadow, which I feel like for people like me with very pale skin, going for colder tones rather than the very warm ones that can almost come out red are definitely better to do. So really like this eyeshadow. I'm not sure if they make eyebrow gels, so I'm just gonna go in with one that I already have in my beauty stash. This is from a Danish brand called Nilens Jord, which is the one that I'm using at the moment when I'm not just using hairspray, because I actually like doing that also sometimes, especially since I have rather long hairs in my eyebrows. So I feel like sometimes even these eyebrow gels won't keep them in place. And I like these brushed upwards kind of feathery brows. So sometimes I actually tend to use hairspray instead. I have an eyeshadow right here. This is the Pearly eyeshadow. I tried swatching this on the back of my hand and I'm not fully convinced. I don't feel like it's as pearly as I thought it was going to be. I also do have a highlighter here in this little collection, so I might pop some of that onto the lid instead if I feel like this doesn't give the pearly shine to it that I want. But I'm creating this very dewy, natural pearly kind of makeup look, so I want to apply some of that on my lid and then apply some mascara. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. So it is actually quite pearly, but not as pearly as I thought it was going to be. And also it's very natural, but I actually kind of like that it just gives my eyes some definition. Like I have applied it over here and I'm not sure if you can even tell the difference, but I feel like it definitely enhances like the shape of my eye a bit. So if you're going for that very natural look, this is definitely great for an everyday use. So before finishing up with mascara, I feel like I actually just want to apply a bit of highlighter, because I also want to apply a bit on the eyelid, and I always find it easier to work with the eyelid before applying mascara. So I am going to take the highlighter. I think this is called the Shine Up Powder, so it is definitely a highlighter. It's actually really beautiful. I've also swatched this one on the back of my hand just because I couldn't help myself. It seems to be really pigmented, so I'm quite excited to apply some of this. I can actually see now that the concealer is definitely creasing quite a lot. So that's definitely something you need to be aware of. But that's why I like not applying too much powder, because then you can easily like just wipe it off like this. You're not taking away the entire product, you're just removing that crease. But yeah. I'm just going to take the multi-cheek brush from Mild one more time and then just highlight here on my cheekbones. Definitely feel like I applied a bit too much right here. But yeah, wow, that is so glowy. Like really, I love that it's a very pearly kind of glow that it gives you, so it's not too pink, if you know what I mean. It's very, I think it's very suitable for almost all types of skin. Like even if you have very pale skin, I feel like this would be perfect for you. It also slides on so perfectly. Like it's not chalky or grainy or anything like that. It just slides perfectly onto the skin. Like this is seriously hands down one of the best highlighters I've ever tried. So just for the sake of it, let's just apply a bit right here on the Cupid's bow to make the lips look a bit more plump. A bit on the nose right here, and then a little bit right here between the eyes. Next to the final step, I am going to apply a bit of mascara because I forgot that I also have a lipstick here that I want to try out. So gonna apply the mascara first. This is the Aloe Vera Mascara. I've read very different reviews on this, along with some of the other products here as well, which is part of the reason why I wanted to make this video. I've read like very great reviews and I've read very terrible reviews as well, because obviously this is a kind of a pricey makeup range given the fact that it's all organic and you get these reusable containers and everything. So it's a bit more on the pricey side of life. And therefore I felt like I really wanted to dig into the brand. I wanted to dig into the products and try them myself instead of always just reading reviews. We all have different criteria that we want our makeup to fulfill, if that makes sense. So far I must say I'm pretty convinced myself. But yeah, the mascara is one of those products that I've read very different reviews on. So I'm kind of excited to see how this works. I don't know if you can see, but I feel like it gives a very feathery, natural look, and I quite like that myself. I usually only apply mascara to the top lashes and then I leave the bottom lashes bare because I feel like it gives a way more of a natural look, but so far I'm convinced. I might need to do a workout or cry a bit or something like that to fully put it to the test, but it feels like it's buildable for sure because it gives that very natural feathery look. Moving on to the very last step, which is a lipstick. I wanted to try one of their lipsticks as well, just because they have quite the range of different lipsticks. So this is the same concept, comes in this little bamboo container, and then you can just replace the lipstick inside. So this one is a pink color. What is the color name? No, I am not sold on this color on my lips. I think it kind of washes me out a bit and it looks a bit too Barbie pink. So I think for me, something a bit darker, something that's a bit closer to my real lip color would definitely be a lot more pretty. So I just went into my beauty stash and I found another lipstick, which is more what I wanted that other lipstick to be. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna apply this because then you can see what I kind of had in mind. And I'll see if I can find some other colors within the ZAO range that are more similar to this one, because this one is again from a Danish brand. It is an eco-certified brand, but they're not very innovative when it comes to packaging, and they're not organic either. They're just allergy certified. So I'm gonna see if I can find a similar alternative in the ZAO range and pop it down below for you. This color, by the way, is called 797 Nude if you're living in Denmark or if you're able to get a hold of some of these Nilens Jord products. So this color is more what I had in mind for this makeup look. So something a bit more warm, a bit darker, but still very natural. All right, so that is it for this makeup look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I am loving these ZAO products, and it's definitely a brand that I want to be supporting myself in the future, both because it's clean, it's organic, it's vegan, and they're taking responsibility in terms of packaging and encouraging us, making it easier for us as consumers to make a lot less waste. So thumbs up for this whole brand. I'm fully convinced. I know it's a bit pricey and probably a bit too pricey for some of you, and it's totally fair. I completely understand it. But I do feel like their products are very multi-purpose, which is something I always love about a brand, because then you don't need every single palette that's out there. You can keep the core pieces and then play around with those. So fully convinced. I love ZAO, and I'll definitely keep an eye out for the brand in the future. Let me know down below how you like this makeup look, if the products are something that you are gonna be looking into, if you already know the brand. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would make me so happy. And then I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys. Can't you see what we're about?